Welcome, dear viewer, to a new Let's Play for the channel. I know it's been a while since we went on the aging journey in Super Mario Wonder, but I've always had this one planned alongside it once I finished. And judging by the icon you see over there, you can probably figure out just what this game is. Welcome to Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. Originally released in 2010 by Retro Studios, and then again in 2012 by Next Level Games for the 3DS, this new version of Returns is done by Forever Entertainment, developers of the House of the Dead remakes and the Panzer Dragoon remix for Sega. Basically, you got a project and that can basically see we're here to give you a 6 out of 10 experience, and that is all. But how did we get here over the course of it? Well, let's take the time back all the way to 2007. Retro Studios has just finished Metroid Prime 3 Corruption and are very much in the mood to move on to something else. Also, what's happened is much of the old Prime team have moved on to form their own studios. Yoshio Sakamoto is very much looking to work together with Team Ninja on the development of a new Metroid game, which will be Other M, and Jeff Spangenberg has happily been kicked to the curb by Nintendo for money laundering. Up yours, and I hope you never come back. And as of November 2023, he's still out of it. Do not let him back in. But what's happened? And so much happened. What led to them picking up the Donkey Kong project after this? Well, it's 2004. Echoes is just finished up. Corruption is about to begin. Michael Kelbold, the new CEO and president of Retro Studios, has basically went to Tanabe that they were just interested in making a new game. As he had the tenure for it, as Kelbold was a tester for the original Country trilogy, and was very much looking to do it. And Tanabe agreed, because Retro was one of the few studios that they had to make games that just cannot be made in Japan. Okay. So he amassed 3 developers. Mark McKinney, the overall director of the title, Todd Keller, art director, and Jack Matthews, the principal technology engineer to try and put this together, but the 3 of them left to form Arbiter. Oh, that hurt the project, so we had to go back. So we went over to Nintendo's headquarters in Kyoto to meet with Miyamoto and with Satoru Iwata and say, okay, what can we do? What do we need? What can we do to kind of fix this? Because we're not real. Yeah, and the moment we try to bring another one of these back, people are going to complain. And they just said, nope. Don't. Do what you can, and do it right. And try to keep a more lighter tone for this rather than the more serious tone of the Prime games. And so they did. Upon returning back to Japan, back to America, Retro spent the first week of development replaying the OG trilogy, particularly the Super NES versions of the game, and to gain some fair chunk of inspiration. So let's see. Side-scrolling gameplay, the barrel cannons, Minecraft, as much as they can. to try to put this together. And so they did just that. But one little strange thing is, of course, is the inclusion of Risa Tabata, our production coordinator and producer for both the Prime games and the OG and Paper Mario at the time. Prior to this, she had never played a Donkey Kong game in her life. Right. So she tried to do whatever she could do to try and come up with new ideas. What could be the most visible part? I don't know, maybe stuff like this, as we see on the screen here. They're having this little extra scene. And of course, just like they would do with Jungle Beat, Miyamoto was basically supervising everything throughout development. He wanted the unique visuals to be and feel in mind to follow a bit of both the trilogy and what they've done with both Jungle Beat and Galaxy, and we got just that. And thus, it all came together. At E3 2010, when good old Reggie came out and basically talked heavily about the game and just what was going to happen. After nearly, 8 years of just being, of Donkey Kong just being basically spin-off fodder with no new mainline games, the closest thing we kind of got for it would be Jungle Beat. The new project was officially announced. After a rumor set up by IGN in August of 2009, that Retro was already working on a new title. When went to confirm this, is Matt Casamania did try to went with the mentality thinking that, okay, they're making Metroid Prime 4. That wasn't the case. They basically told the man, sign the NDA if you want to know what's coming. And so, he did. And thus, I'm assuming he got to show their latest build. But keep quiet about this if you don't want this out there yet. And thus, June 2010, E3. The game was officially shown and set for release. That November. November in North America and December for the rest of the world. And so there you go. Returns Duology will get one more game, Tropical Freeze, released in 2015. Which was released in 2014 for the Wii U, and then again in 2018 for the Switch. As for my history of the game, I didn't have a Wii at the time, but I definitely wanted it so much. But I also didn't care too much for the Waggle Fest controls that was implemented to the game. So I actually just waited until the 3DS version was released, and with it having traditional controls along with the extra modern mode that we're seeing played here, I was in love and I was just happy to have another game added to my patch. I still have my copy today. But what does this build of the game actually add to the process between the 3DS and the original Wii release? One, game's been cleaned up to now run at 30 FPS, and now has HD remaster. 2, the ninth world included into the 3DS version is been implemented, and as of the As of the newest little updates, like you're seeing here, Dixie Kong is now a playable character instead alongside Diddy, where she wasn't at all during the original release. Problem is, people got very mad when this came out because how dare you put this out for full price? Nice. But then again, I'm part of the problem. I bought this day one and just said, yeah, I'm still playing. So what's gonna happen here on this Let's Play? Is it gonna be a full 106% rating? No. Oh, there's just so much to do. The 106 rating means every level played, all Kong levels received, all puzzle pieces received. Whereas original 100% is all levels played, all Kong levels received. So I'm just going for a regular 100%, right? It really doesn't. The 106 rating is really just for bragging rights at this point. As for what I'm going to be doing with power-ups, I'm going to try and keep an equal amount of playing with both Diddy and Dixie. Because honestly, Dixie's extra propeller hair move just all but makes this a little bit easier to play through. It's as close to the game as New Funky Mode you will get. Only difference is we don't have spike. The ability to bounce off spikes. See? Alright, Diddy, you're in. And there's nothing on that side, so let's keep moving. As for what you're wondering about the canonicity of this game, returns in Tropical Freeze take place after Bonanza. Wait, no, not after. Before Bonanza. The SK rule has pretty much been trapped in DK Isle the entire time this happened. Also, in other little production notes, just started playing through a new Pokemon game, and that is Pokemon Renegade Platinum. Developed by Drayano, the same person behind the Volt White and Blaze Black 2 ROM hacks. This version of Platinum is pretty much the same that you get. All 493 Pokemon added to the game, very typesetted, and the game just has a little bit smarter AI to kind of run through. And I'm actually enjoying my time with it. Currently at Oreburgh City, with a Turtwig, an Eevee, a Shinx, Inks, a Squirtle, a Psyduck, and and a Houndour. While that Let's Play will not be replacing Yellow Legacy upon completion, it is kind of in the queue for the future. Also, got a lot for those who watched Penny's Big Breakaway last week. I honestly thank you for doing so, because that's one of my weaker videos done on this channel, but it's still still one that, despite the frustrations of its level and its controls, I still enjoy playing every once in a while. And I managed to get about pretty much the third world complete. And hopefully I'll be recording world 4 up as soon as then after this is uploaded. As for what's coming tomorrow, it's time to give the public safety affairs. The head of public safety affairs is thrashing. As I have that fight and Reynaudis recorded and ready to go. As for the 100 Lion Last Defense Academy, I know I had to take off because of Easter. So on the Facebook end, I'm probably just going to try to have that up on Thursday. Thursday at the earliest, Friday at the latest. As for here, it's back to Pikmin. Pikmin 4. Yep, get over here. Jump. Climb. Hold steady. Oh! Almost forgot. There was... And pretty much there is one more game that I'm really looking onto doing a revisit, and that is the original Freedom Planet. A fan-made mod has been done for the first game to add Spade as a playable character. So I'm looking to do a fan-made, pretty much do a revisit of that game with Spade in the future. And the hope that it comes off is that once it's done, we'll be getting one of these for Sheldon, and as far as 2 are concerned, we get one of these for Captain Claw and for Odd, if they are playable at all. Oh, and I guess maybe Asco, because I'd probably be asking too much to try and have them make a full cutscenes of the game where you play it from their perspective. Also, same from Corazon. Yeah, I definitely would like a villain version of Freedom Planet, where we do all the prep work and all the extra stuff needed to make the game a little easier. Done to see it from their perspective. They're doomed by canon to fail, but still, you get the idea. The idea of what it's like from both sides. But if that was on there, what would you like to see added to the game? Let me know in the comments down below, but please keep it civil down there. Alright, we're running up on the end. Got it. And I don't think I found the G yet. Oh, there it is. 1, 2. Okay. Well, that was unfair, but we're safe. I did not mean to do that. Okay, over here on Cranky's shop, we got the following. You can basically buy the DK barrels for Dixie and Diddy. You can buy extra health, temporary invincibility, and a map key. This unlocks pretty much each world will have one level locked down. Now that we'll have to go through. And once you do it, once you get the key, it's unlocked. As for why they put that in there, I guess it's just a reason to give you to go visit Cranky's shop. hop on each world. As for how this Let's Play is going to go out, I'm going to try to play to at least 3 levels on each part. So the length of these are always probably going to be in the 30 to 40 minute range. Well, I know YouTube doesn't really like all that. Like these long videos, unless you have something of genuine substance. But this is going to have to be how it's going to be. Because I really don't want these to go into a full hour unless I was like streaming or something. Give me that coin. Dixie, you're in. Wait, not yet. Okay, now that I actually got it. 1. You can actually make that jump with Diddy, but this is a little easier to do. And float. Bonk. Okay, now we got Rambi. And we can do other stuff with him too. I think that's one of the few flaws of the Returns duology is that Rambi is the only animal buddy that comes back. Also, well, the only playable one at that point. As Squawks is just basically there to gather stuff. As we will see later on with Bonanza and the Donkey and how they basically transform. Or we could have had them all with just boom, I'll come back. Have Squitter, have Rambi, have Squitter, have On Guard, and just bring them back for a little bit. It also doesn't help that these parts are actually kind of the Rambi sections are pretty bland. Man, I just want to be able to run through a rampage because I miss those animal buddies. Ooh, that was okay. I don't even know how to do this without. Honestly, I just guess this is just an obstacle to hit. Die or dodge. So how do you blow this one out when you're still standing up? When it's still floating in the air? Nah, let's just move on. 1, 2, 3. Told y'all I wasn't gonna be doing a 100% run. Well, not a 106% run, just the standard 100. Alright, we have 2 levels unlocked, Sunset Shore and Canopy Cannons. And there, yeah, I'm gonna stay in Amber and close out this part with this one. Swing. Now, Sunset Shore is while aesthetically very much on the neat side, it's pretty much just your standard platform. You just kind of run. You're running through. You're not getting hit by stuff. You run through the enemies. What you see with these little bushes here, yeah, some of them are actually enemies, and will pretty much want to be one of the gimmicks in these kinds of levels. Come on. Oh, ooh. Don't wanna miss that. Think one of these sections part. Unlock something when the sun is by it. Or is that probably another level further down the line? Oh well. There we go. And you see a bunch of pirate ships left along by the Kremlings from their own little invasions. Wonder what they're up to. Because basically by screwing around with the cons, they lost everything. Their king, their own homeland, and 4 separate humiliations at the hands of the Kong. I got everything on there. Okay, there's the key. Got it. Oh, there. I know there's more up there. Just gotta get roll. Oof. Got it. And I'm missing one puzzle piece. Oh well. Well, we're off to a good start here on TIki Island. And we're making the progress that you gonna want. But that's gonna do it for this part of Donkey Kong Country Returns. Next time, we finish clearing up this entire world and then move along with the boss of this arena. But I also know I'm gonna need some extra stuff when I go and do it. Both of the items here. And some extra lives. Well, until then, folks. Thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you like what you saw here. And I'll see you next time.